What's up, guys? You're watching the ShawnNicklaus channel. Today we're going to be opening all my favorite Hot Wheels 2023 L-Case cars. We did the K-Case and there's tons of repeats of the K-Case in the L-Case, but we're not going to be worried about that. We're just going to open up all the spectacular new L-Case cars for 2023. There's some awesome cars in here, so let's just get straight to it. We're going to start off here with the treasure hunt. We got the Mad Fast. This is the treasure hunt for the 2023 L-Case, so be on the lookout for this awesome Mad Fast car. It's got matching wheels, super cool. There is that flame behind the car. I don't know if you guys can see it, but this is the treasure hunt. So let's go ahead and get it open. All of these cars are international cars, so you're not going to see the letter code on it, but this treasure hunt is spectacular. It's got a big blown motor with that blower sticking out the front. It looks like a top fuel dragster. It's got bicycle sized tires in the front and huge fat air disc wheels in the rear, and those wheels are white. It's got a chrome base, a nice light blue paint job. It has a lightly smoked window tint with flames coming down the dragster, and it has a yellow and pink stripe going down the Mad Fast. And if you're curious where that low production symbol is, it's right there. And that's how you can tell it is a treasure hunt. So that's the first car part of the L-Case for 2023. Very exciting. We got the treasure hunt open. Now let's go ahead and move on to what would be the super treasure hunt, the 1965 Mercury Comet Cyclone. And this would be the treasure hunt for this case, super treasure hunt, sorry. But I have not pulled that super treasure hunt yet. Hopefully keep my fingers crossed that I do find one. I think this one's really cool. It's got like the same paint job as the Audi Avant that we seen last year. That's what it would have if it is a super. It'd be like that gray Spectre Flame paint. Super cool. All right, let's go ahead and check it out. Let's get it open. I do like this one. Another drag car. Super cool. I would definitely consider this a drag car because it's got those bicycle-sized tires in the front and huge fat wheels in the rear. And that's so it can catch traction going down the drag strip. And you don't need big fat front tires on a drag car, because the rear wheels are what drives the car, and that's what needs traction. It has a chrome interior with no window tint, which I think is awesome. You always want to show off that chrome interior. I definitely like this Mercury, and I hope I find that super. This is a really spectacular car. Let's go ahead and park it up. The second car part of this L-Case, super cool. Let's go ahead and move on to what I think is really cool. This 1994 Toyota Supra, and it's a tuned car. Now guess what? We've seen, what was it? Last case, or a case ago, and guess what? I found an error of it as well. We got the tuned Dodge Charger that Vin Diesel drives. And this is spectacular because we're building a tuned collection here, which is really cool. I'm hoping there's gonna be like the Skyline in tuned. I don't know, but it's very exciting. Let's go ahead and get this 1994 Toyota Supra out. This is what Brian O'Connor drove. And we got that chrome interior, chrome wheels. It's got the headlights, but no taillight details. It has a lightly smoked window tint with the passenger side window up and the driver's side window down. Now on that Charger that we've seen, the tuned one that Vin Diesel drives, the driver's side window is also down and the passenger side window up. So that's a little cool detail that you might not know about it. So I thought maybe I'd share. It also has a orange base, and I love the tiny wheels on this cool little Supra. This thing is spectacular, and the front intercooler on the car is chrome. All right, that is the 1994 Toyota Supra from Fast and Furious. Now we got a really cool collection going on there. Let's go ahead and move on to the 1973 Honda Civic Custom. Now we've seen this car already, which is a new casting for 2023, and it's not gonna say that because this is a international case. So we've seen it in green, a spectacular green. Now, if you look into the back window, I'm not gonna be able to show it because it's very hard to see. There is a little RC car inside there. And it's also designed by RU Asada. I wanna point that out, really cool. This is a really nice car. Let's go ahead and park this one up, and let's go ahead and get our recolor in orange, which is gonna look great next to that 1994 Toyota Supra. Let's go ahead and get it open. I like this Honda Civic, really cool. Now we got it in the air disc chrome wheels, sitting very good. Lightly smoked window tint. It's got a gray interior, and it's got an orange and yellow stripe going down that black front hood. It's got X tape over the headlights. It says Honda on that front plate. It's got a Hot Wheels license plate and an awesome rear duck wing on that glass. It has a side mirror for the driver and not for the passenger. And this is also a right-hand drive car. All right, that is the 1973 Honda Civic Custom. We got a cool recolor and new air disc wheels on that recolor. Let's go ahead and move on to the Coop Clip. Oh, I get so excited whenever I see these. I think this is awesome. Hot Wheels made this so people can carry it around on their keychain, and it doesn't have any wheels on it. Super cool. So look at all the recolors I got right here. I got all of them. First, we've seen it in silver, like this Xamax color. Then we've seen it in this awesome red, and both of these had a white dot on them. Then, moving on, we saw with the stripes, the black and gold for 2023. Now, guess what? We got that same stripe right here for 2023, and we got it in red, white, and blue. America, baby. Awesome colors. Let's go ahead and get this thing open so I can add it to my keychain. Super, super cool. Spectacular. I would definitely have to say this red, white, and blue is my favorite. It's rocking a red base. Does not have any windows, and it's got the white stripe on the blue paint. Really cool. All right, I got it on the keychain. It's going up on the wall. Super cool. I wonder how many other colors we'll get of the Coop Clip. Hopefully we'll see a ton more because that is one of my favorites. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the Falcon car in the L case. I was super excited when I saw this. Now I do believe, because it is part of the then and now, they're gonna make an older one or a newer Mustang of this Falcon. So we're gonna see another one of this. Typically with the then and now, they do an old and a new car, because then and now, right? All right, let's go ahead and get the 2007 Ford Mustang Falcon out because it's in the package. And can't do anything with it in the package, right? I've gotta open it up. Looks great. I love the blue, the green. Everything looks awesome with this Falcon. It looks like a drift car. And those chrome spoked wheels look great with this casting. It does not have headlights, nor does it have taillight details, but it has a lightly smoked window tint with black interior. It's got the Ford logo by that front wheel, and it says Falcon by that rear wheel. And it's rocking a black base, and it's got a black front grille. This Mustang is gonna look great in my Falcon collection. All right, let's go ahead and park it up right there, and let's go over my Falcon collection. So last year, we've seen in 2022, we've seen the Mazda, and this is the RX-7, super cool. Same color, except it's rocking white wheels. So that's gonna look spectacular right next to each other. And last year, we've seen the same one in gray and blue. Super cool. And this one's got black wheels, so different color wheels, which I think the white wheels would look funny on it. And the window tint is lightly smoked blue. So that's something really cool with it. That's gonna look great next to the other Ford Falcons. All right, let's move on to the Volkswagen in this set. We have the Volkswagen ID Buzz. This is a really cool car because I believe this is Volkswagen's new electric bus van, I would say. This is supposed to be a rebuild of the old Volkswagen bus that they had. So we have a new one. This is a really cool casting. This is new for 2023. It's not gonna say it because this is an international case, but this is a spectacular model. I know all the Volkswagen guys are gonna gobble this up. They're definitely gonna love it. I mean, what is there to hate about it? It's got that awesome two-tone color look to it. The yellow, the white. It's got great details with headlights, taillights. It's got the Volkswagen emblem on that rear and also in the front. And it says ID Buzz on that rear hatch. Also on the plate, it says ID Buzz, so it says it twice back there. It has a dark gray base, chrome wheels, and lightly smoked window tint, and the roof of the car is also the glass. And that is Buzz Lightyear. I mean, Volkswagen ID Buzz. Let's go ahead and park it up. Super cool casting. Very excited to see that. Let's go ahead and move on to the Koenigsegg Gemera. And this is a spectacular car because it's a 1700 horsepower four-seater. That's right, you could fit your whole family in it. Really cool car. Now the first one that we've seen, what's new for 2022, is the gray model. Now we've seen it in gray with that awesome yellow interior. Super cool. And if you look in there closely, you will see that it is a four-seater. Super cool. They added that detail in there. It's got a black base. There it is. There it is. It's got taillights. It's got headlight details. Super spectacular. Let's go ahead and park it up to the side right here. Let's go ahead and move on to the second recolor that we've seen in orange last year for 2022. Super exciting. So now we're seeing it again in 2023 in yellow. And that's the final recolor that we have so far. And what's spectacular about this orange one is that it has red interior. That is super cool. And it's got a little opening in the glass. I don't know if you guys can see it right there on the driver's side window. Super cool. Very nice details on this Koenigsegg. I'm definitely digging it. I'm definitely a fan of it. So now we got this awesome yellow, which is gonna look great next to that ID Buzz. Let's go ahead and get the yellow one open. Super cool. Definitely a huge fan of this Koenigsegg. And that yellow and black looks so cool. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. It's got black wheels, black base, black interior, dark window tint, 1,700 horsepower, and you can fit 4 people. It's got a row of back seats, and that's something you definitely don't see on a hypercar like this one. I am personally a fan of Koenigsegg and what they do with their cars. Like, for example, 4 doors in this, super cool. All right, let's go ahead and park up that Koenigsegg. Let's go ahead and move on to the Lotus Emira. And guess what? Just like that Koenigsegg, we've seen it first time in 2022. New casting for 2022. And first, we've seen it in blue. And we also have only 3 recolors of this car, just like that Koenigsegg. So let's go ahead and get this blue one open so I can start that collection just like I did with the Koenigsegg. I like to have everything loose. And the blue just looks awesome. Definitely like a bright blue color. Something you probably see on a Porsche. And, you know, it's got nice details. It's got the headlights. It's got the taillights. Let's go ahead and park this Lotus up. Let's go ahead and move this one to the side and move on to the second recolor, which we've seen as red. Super cool. And I can't remember, did we see this in 2023 or was it 2022? But we've seen this, the second recolor. Awesome, I love red. Such a cool car, such a cool car. And we've seen the same exact wheels, you know, not too much different other than that color. Still got the headlight, taillight, great details. And now we're moving on to the gray one for this year in the L case. Super cool. And it's got, does it have different wheels? No, it doesn't have different wheels. So it's got the same exact wheels. And I think that space gray just looks so good on this Lotus, especially with that dark window tint and the black interior, black base, the chrome wheels. And I definitely dig the Lotus on the rear of the car, the taillight, the headlights. I love when they do all the details and they don't miss out on the taillights nor the headlights. That's when you know Hot Wheels is definitely going all out for a $1 car. All right, this Lotus is super cool. Let's go ahead and park it up. Now we got the collection of 3 of them right there. So cool. Just like the Koenigsegg. Awesome, awesome. Let's go ahead and move on to the Alfa Romeo GT V6 3.0. And I've seen a lot of hype on this car and it looks great. I think it looks awesome. Let's go ahead and get it out so we can get a better look at it. I think it looks cool. There it is. Those wheels look awesome. There's chrome. I don't know what you call those wheels. It's got like a deep dish and you can see the axle right there in the center of it. It's got a black interior, no window tint, but it does have nice headlight details. It does not have taillight details, but it's got, just like on that Honda Civic Custom, it's got tape X over the headlights. It's got authentic logos on the side of the car, like it says Alfa Romeo, Brembo for Brembo brakes. It's got Momo. I can definitely tell why there'd be a lot of hype around this Alfa Romeo. I think it looks tremendous. All right, let's go ahead and park up this awesome Alfa Romeo. Super cool. And let's go ahead and move on to the Trouble Decker. Oh, this one. This is super cool. Now, also Matchbox on Mattel Creation. If you do the mail-in, you get that awesome 70th anniversary double decker, sorry. That one's spectacular. So definitely want to add this to the collection. Let's go ahead and get this big Trouble Decker out. It looks great. And for Hot Wheels to make a casting this big for $1, that's mind-boggling. It's got matching wheels with that awesome gold air disc wheels in the front. And it's got a big black rear wheel with gold trim on it. Now the body is obviously plastic and the base is metal. So that's where the die cast comes to play. And it's got a wheelie bar. All right, that is the really cool, huge Trouble Decker. Super cool. Awesome, happy to see it. Let's go ahead and park it up right there. Let's go ahead and move on to the Toyota Land Cruiser 80. Oh, this is just spectacular. And you know what would look great with this? The KK's treasure hunt for this year. Look how cool that looks together. Oh, 2 Toyotas. Same theme, same color. Looks great. So if you want to build a collection, there you go. That's gonna look great together. I'm a big fan of the Toyotas. and I like this Land Cruiser. Definitely looks like something I'd like to go safaring in. I love the huge off-road wheels they put on it. I love the big front bumper. It's also got a spare tire in the rear. It has headlights. It's got the grille, the side markers. It does not have taillight details. It has a lightly smoked window tint with black interior, and it also has a sunroof. And it's rocking a black base. And I love the theme to it. The white with the orange and brown and black stripes on the side of it just looks that cool. All right, that is the Toyota Land Cruiser AD. Now, one other thing I noticed that this is actually the then and now. So the old Toyota Land Cruiser is right there, the treasure hunt for the last case. So that's why they look great. They match together. And we're gonna see that with this Falcon as well. That's part of then and now as well. So let's go ahead and move on to the next car in this case, which is the Aston Martin Vintage GTE, which we've seen this casting already this year. And guess what? In the golf theme. Super cool. So now we have two this year. One in white, one in golf theme. Super cool. Let's go ahead and park that up back there. And let's go ahead and move on to the white one this year. And it's actually a golf theme as well, but it doesn't have the golf colors in white. Super cool. So it's definitely just a recolor. Not sure if there's much different to it. I think I like the light blue better because it just screams golf, right? I mean, it's kind of hard to tell it's a golf theme with the white unless you look at the details of the car and read that it says golf. It's got the Michelin on the side, 99 in that square. It's got a lightly smoked window tint with black interior, black base, gray 10-spoke wheels, and it's got a huge, nice racing wing in the rear. It's also got a roll cage. It's got headlight details, but it does not have taillight details. Alrighty, let's go ahead and park up this Aston Martin right next to the other one. Let's go ahead and move on to the DeLorean. Time to go back in time, right guys? 88 miles an hour, is that correct? All right, we've seen it this year in blue, lightly blue with that gold wheels, super cool, black base. We've seen the DeLorean many, many times in the past. Go ahead and park that one up right there. We've seen it in red, super cool. We got the red one right here. Get the focus. Looks like a McDonald's theme, doesn't it? Yellow, white, red, super cool. And I brought out the DeLorean Back to the Future. Obviously, you got to bring that out, right? If we're talking about the DeLorean, you got to bring out what made it iconic. All right, super cool. And the famous doors that go up. All right, let's go ahead and open up the blue one. Almost got off sidetrack there. Super cool in white. I definitely love that matte dark blue. It's got a black stripe on that front hood with yellow and like a brownish color with the white. And it's got it also going down the side of the car. It's got the louvers in the rear. It's got a black base and it says DeLorean on that front hood. That's right, the DE is separate from DeLorean, so that's how you gotta say it, DeLorean. And I think those 10-spoke white wheels look great on that matte blue. Super cool, awesome, happy to have this DeLorean again. And one other thing I noticed with this DeLorean is I got like some paper stuck to it on here. That's how it came out of the package. Would that be an error? No, I'm just kidding. That's not an error. That's just package issue, which that will clean off nicely. Let's go ahead and park it up over there behind the trouble decker. You can't see anything behind that trouble decker. We got to move that trouble decker. It's causing trouble. All right. Actually, we'll park this one right here. We'll leave the DeLoreans in the background. All right. Off track. Let's go ahead and move on to the 1970 Pontiac Firebird. And wasn't this a Legend Tour? Super cool. We've seen many different colors of this Pontiac Firebird. I probably do have them packed away somewhere, but I didn't bring them out for the video. But this purple looks fabulous, especially with that chrome engine bay, chrome interior. Both passenger and driver's side windows are down. Got a full blown out race interior with those awesome race seats and a lightly smoked window tint. Those gray wheels look great on that purple color. It's got a gray base, and this Pontiac Firebird looks like it would do something like Autocraft. Definitely doesn't look like a drag strip build. All right, that's the Pontiac Firebird. Super cool, custom, awesome car. Definitely love it. Love it, love it. Let's go ahead and move on to the Hot Wheel Legends Tour. Volvo P1800 Gasser. We've seen this in green as well. I didn't bring that one out. I do have it somewhere. Haven't got to look for it, but this thing is spectacular. Definitely like a drag strip build. It's got like those bicycle tires size in the front. A huge fat tires in the rear. Super cool. I'm curious if you guys have ever seen this Volvo P1800 Gasser or anything like it in person. This is definitely a spectacular, different model, so unexpected, but I think it's awesome. It doesn't have taillight details, but it does have headlight details, and it's got a chrome interior, chrome big blown out motor sticking right there out the front hood, and that lightly smoked blue window tint just looks cool against that red. All right, let's go ahead and park up the P1800 Gasser. Let's go ahead and move on to a Chevrolet, the 2010 Camaro SS. We got like a police kind of, it says fire chief actually right there inside, so it's not a cop. I thought it was kind of like a pace car build. It says fire chief. Maybe it's so they can get to the fire. ASAP. Super cool. And orange, definitely a fan of it. And the gold and the orange look great. It's got a white base and a huge front black ram bar in the front there. Usually the cops use that so they can ram cars in a car chase, or, you know, do the pit maneuver and get them to stop and pull over. But it's got a very bright yellow window tint. It's got the police lights on the top. It's got a black interior. It's nice to see a lot of orange cars in this L case. We got 3 cars total that are orange, which is a totally different color. Awesome, definitely like it. All right, let's go ahead and park up this Hot Wheels Fire Department Camaro 2010 SS, super cool. Let's go ahead and move on to the final car in this L case that we will be opening. That's right, we got the Lolex. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but we got the Lolex in white here. We've seen many different colors. I know the last one that we saw was like a light blue color. This thing is spectacular. It's got a chrome base, no doors on the side of it, with a lightly smoked windshield. It's got the motor in the rear, so this thing I'm sure would be mad on the track. It's got a chrome big front bumper, chrome side skirts, chrome rear bumper, a huge wing in the rear, and it's got the LW for leeway. So I guess Leeway designed this awesome Lolex car. I think it looks awesome. Definitely sitting low. Looks like it would do great in autocross. Definitely does not look like a drag strip build. All right, that is the final car part of the 2023 L case that we'll be opening. Super cool cars. Move these to the side here so you guys can see it. Now I want to know which one's your favorite car part of the L case, and don't think about all these extra cars, you know, that we brought in from the K case and stuff to compare it to. I want to know what's your favorite part of the L case for 2023. There's a lot of spectacular cars in here. Don't forget about that Toyota Fast and Furious Supra, super cool. The Treasure Hunt, what would be the Super, man, this thing is just mad. Jacked up, looks awesome. Some really cool cars in here. A lot of new cars as well, like that ID Buzz, etc. All right, you guys know what to do. Tell me what's your favorite, and don't forget to like and subscribe.